The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Miners about to kick it away and get this season started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Oklahoma's offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese. And it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40, the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Ready to try the point after. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Miners' offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass, it's Locklear. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Complete to the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically.
Fires the pass, intercepted. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. At midfield, he's got room. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
You see it in football all the time, right? I get a matchup on the outside. You want to try to play man coverage. I'm going to let my wide receiver try to go up and make a play. A lot of times the wide receiver wins. Not this time.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man, and they convert. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Bringing it out. And the returner is stopped. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. They'll try the outside to the left. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Miners with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Shakes off the tackler.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it and fires to the left. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Unloads quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now on second down for this offense. To the air, it's Locklear. Takes the easy completion. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Wants to fire on second down. Finds his man. It's Ocha. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to run for it. And the Sooners will keep this drive going.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Toss to the outside. Jumped on top of the pile. With that, he's got 101 yards rushing, and with that run, he's now over 100 yards on this opening day. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Hard running there. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses.
And it's picked off at the goal line. We've made our way. Warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Scanning the field, it's Locklear. He'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
He leaves it with his back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Miners will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that.
And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. And here comes the offense on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going to fire into the gut of the defense. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the ground with the back. He now has 62 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. Offense gets set for second down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. And with that, let's head back to Oklahoma and Memorial Stadium.
The Sooners will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. The Miners will line it up on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. On the move at the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Miners will hustle to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Jolly. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Give to the running back. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Lost one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Miners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy...
Oh, look out! A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. He'll keep it himself. Got enough for the first down. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. First down, 10 yards to go. Use the play fake, now to throw. A strike downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll pitch it. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Sooner offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism. That's a part of it. If you're going to be a great player, you've got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Little touch pass to the receiver. Open runway ahead. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Going to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Throws to the wideout. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's one of the only ways you were getting back in this game. You had to force a turnover. You still got to score twice at least to get back in this ball game to try to win it. Great stop. Now it's the offense's turn. I need to score.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on 3rd, now setting up 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Got the quick pass. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
That's reeled in. It's Jolly.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Wants to throw. It's Locklear. Unloads to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. The give is to Taylor. Powers through the defender. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Miners want to move quickly. Snap in the shotgun. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Miners. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. They'll try to power their way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more. He lets one fly deep. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown Sooners! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Bringing it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. The defense going to bring it and try to finish off this win. Time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Looking to pass. It's Locklear. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it down the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They keep attacking through the air. Shoots it to the left. And the ball is picked off.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's a premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes his connection.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They can move that thing 1 yard here. That'll probably wrap this baby up. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 30. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Well, they were able to come out here in week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Lining up to add another. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
They'll line up for a second down play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Locklear. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long. That's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And the sack all the way back at the 5. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Now, punted away on 4th down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap.